Hey guys, Pyromaniac Mo coming at you here. Give me a follow on Twitter at Pyromaniac Mo, all letters Pyromaniacmo. 90% fantasy football, 10% nonsense. Now, I'm here to read the practice reports for you. As you know from last Saturday, there's no more probable cause. So I really think using the practice reports, using the Twitter feed that we're putting up on Pyro Pro for each of the players. We have Mr. Mills, our doctor, our resident doctor in training. He's coming at you with the injury report. Using all these things is going to give you a better idea of who you need to watch for this weekend's slate of games. What I'm looking for, if a guy was indeed on the practice report, and if he missed time earlier in the week, let's say he went from did not practice Wednesday, limited Thursday, practiced on Friday in full. Now, he could still be listed as questionable, but to me, that is trending in the right direction. I'm going to feel a whole heck of a lot better than, let's say, the flip side. Guy who practiced fully on Wednesday, limited on Thursday, and did not practice Friday, that's going to make me worry. So, let's give the rundown. I'm going to try to give all fantasy-relevant players, but we'll touch on some defensive guys as well. If you know your matchups, you might be able to take advantage. Starting off alphabetically, I'm running down Arizona. Justin Bethel, their cornerback, he was in limited practice all week. Larry Fitz, this is what I want to see. Larry Fitz, limited Wednesday, full practice, Thursday, Friday. I'm not sweating Larry. In fact, he's getting a high percentage of the team target share. That's good news. Good news for the Honey Badger, Tyrone Matthew, limited on Wednesday, full practice Friday. That is good news for their secondary. J.J. Nelson, if you're in deeper leagues, he's been on the reports. I've seen some Twitter about him, but he got in full practice all week. Robert Kondiche, he's listed as questionable. He's been limited in practice all week as well. Moving on down the line, we're going from Arizona to Atlanta. Dwight Freeney, linebacker, did not practice on injury Thursday, if you saw that, but he did get in a full practice on Friday. Justin Hardy, he is listed as questionable with a shoulder. Justin Hardy got in limited practice both Thursday and Friday. Elsewhere around the Atlanta, Georgia complex, we've got Julio. Man, this is making me worried. I've got Julio. I got so many guys that are on the practice report. So for my league of note, I'm really concerned this weekend. Julio, I've seen on Twitter that it sounds like he's going to go. However, he did not practice Thursday. He did not practice Friday. I'm very concerned about Julio. It sounds like he's going to be all right. It sounds like they're just giving him some rest so he can go in week 3. But he is one I am certainly going to double check and maybe even have a backup plan just in case. Mohamed Sanu, he's trending the right way. He did not practice on Thursday, limited Friday. That's what I want to see. Elsewhere, we're still talking Kenneth Dixon. If you ask me, that team is just waiting for this guy. They got the running back by community now. Kenneth Dixon, though, he has been ruled out. Did not practice. Still waiting on him. Who else we got? Baltimore. Anyone else to talk about? Not really. So let's turn it over to Buffalo. Charles Clay, he is listed as questionable with the knee. He's trending in a good direction. Did not practice Wednesday, but he was limited both Thursday and Friday. So that's something that I like. Lots of good streamers out there. Check out the latest edition of the Pyro Light Podcast 46. We talk about some great tight end streamers that you can play. Cardell Jones, quarterback in Buffalo. He's been limited all week. He is indeed listed as questionable. Another one of my wide receivers, Sammy Watkins, did not practice Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. If you're smart, and I am trying to ship Sammy any place I can get him, I'll take a trade for Sammy at this point because I'm fearing they're going to put him on ice. But gosh, with Sammy, look at him last year at the end of the season. He struggled with those injuries, and the end of the season he turned it on. I've seen reports though that might not be the case. I am open to trades for Sammy Watkins. I hope you are too if you are a Watkins owner. Elsewhere, Jonathan Stewart, we already know he is out. He's the reason that I'm liking Cameron Artis-Payne as a pickup this week. My pickup last week was Fozzie Whitaker, but as you know, Cameron Artis-Payne was not available. Cameron Artis-Payne, he was a healthy scratch last week. Why? Fozzie Whitaker plays special teams. Cameron doesn't. But now that Jonathan Stewart is out, Jonathan Stewart was in last week. He was banged up. That's why I wanted to go with Fozzie, but he got even more banged up, and he was out. Now that they know Jonathan Stewart is not there, they have said that Cameron Artis-Payne is going to be their guy. So Fozzie Whitaker, great pickup last week. I think the better play this week, again, they've got a positive game script. They're expected to win by a lot. I think the better play this week is Cameron Artis-Payne. Continuing down, looking at Chicago. Good Lord, Chicago. Kadeem Carey, listed as doubtful, did not practice at all this week. Jay Cutler, also doubtful, did not practice at all this week, although he could probably hitchhike with Sissy Hankshaw from one of my favorite books, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. I heard Jay Cutler's thumb's all wrapped up. So, good for hitchhiking, bad for passing a football, let's say. Kyle Fuller, also questionable, limited all week in practice. Anyone else to be concerned with Chicago? Oh, yes, but of course, Alshon Jeffrey. Questionable. This one's hard to read, the tea leaves here. He was limited Wednesday, did not practice Thursday, limited again on Friday. Looks like it's going to be a game-time decision there. They've also got Tracy Porter, another cornerback, listed as questionable. He was limited in practice all week as well. Boy, they got a lot of guys on defense on the practice report, on the injury report. Moving over to Cincinnati, Tyler Eifert, of course, doubtful. There's no way he's going to get in there. He's been limited in practice. AJ Green did not practice Wednesday. If that was concerning, I did note that. And there's no status for him for Thursday or Friday. So I'm checking my Twitter feed. If you're a Pyro Pro member, you don't have to do that. We put the Twitter mentions in there for every player. So you can just pull up the the AJ Green page, and boom, you're going to see all the latest activity on the Twittersphere. Elsewhere, Cincinnati, CJ Uzamu, I don't know if I said that right, please forgive me, did not practice Wednesday. He got in full Thursday and Friday. Deeper leagues, James Wright, but you got to be in like a 20-man league there. Here's what he was limited Wednesday, did not practice Thursday, but got in a full one on Friday, so that's trending in the right direction if you're in a really deep league. Cleveland, I'm sure you know the sad state of affairs there. They're starting Cody Kessler, their third-string quarterback. It's week 3, and they're on their third quarterback. They also, Corey Coleman, are going to be without him this week. Going on down from Cleveland, we've got Dallas. With Dallas, obviously Tony Romo did not practice, although I hear he is on track. He's doing really well in his recovery. Orlando Scandrick did not practice at all. He is listed as questionable, the cornerback there. Now, looking down the line, Denver, CJ Anderson, he's been in the news a bit, but he got in a full practice all week. CJ's having a heck of a season thus far. Virgil Green, though, he is out. Did not practice, tight end there. Jeff Hoorman, he did get in a full practice all week. Elsewhere, Demarius, he got in a full practice all week. That's going to make you feel a whole heck of a lot better if you're a Demarius Thomas owner. Moving over to my place, Detroit, Motown, baby. Going to make my poster back there relevant again with Drake Bell. We'll see. But anyway, in Motown, man, Ansah, he did not practice. He's listed as out. He's a great defensive end. I want to see him put some pass rush on. He's out. Eric Ebron, this dude's always questionable. This is exactly what you want to see. So Ebron owners, I'm not sweating a thing. Did not practice Wednesday, limited Thursday, full practice Friday. I know this guy's on the injury report a lot, and you probably hold your breath when he plays, but he's trending the right way. I'm not going to sweat Ebron. He should be able to go unless, he tweaks something in warm-ups, but he should be full on. Moving on from my beloved Lions, we head on over to the Bay of Green. They've got a lot of secondary guys. Burnett, Banjo. Burnett, he's questionable. He didn't practice all week. Josh Hawkins, he got into full practice. Micah Hyde, full practice. These are all secondary guys for Green Bay. Could be good for the Lions. Of course, Sam Shields, boom, he's out. So good for the Lions. He's out with that concussion still. Poor Sam Shields. Houston, going down to Texas. String Cheese Incident has a great song. Going down to Texas Town. And they even had one called Texas, I believe. So apparently they get through that neck of the woods often. Texas, Brian Cushing, linebacker, did not practice and then was a scratch. In fact, Texas, come on, Bill O'Brien, send your practice report in, buddy. They've only got Tuesday's report. Moving over to Indy. Vontae Davis, questionable. Of course, he's trending the right way. Vontae Davis was limited Wednesday, Thursday. He got into full practice on Friday. Antonio Cromartie, he's going the right direction, limited and full practice. Full practice. Indy's defense, they can be got. That could be a shootout almost every week. Clayton Gathers, their safety, also questionable. Limited Wednesday. Full practice Friday, back to limited. So not good for their secondary. Look for another potential shootout in the Indy game. Frank Gore, he was a non-injury, did not practice Wednesday, in case you saw that, but he was back to full on Thursday. He's another one of my guys. Goodness gracious. T.Y. Hilton, listed as questionable. Here's the bad part. He was limited on Thursday, did not practice Friday. So without Moncrief, you expect Hilton to take a big chunk of the action. They're playing San Diego. I love me some Dorsett. Dorsett's going to probably have Verrett syndrome, so that could shut him down. Should be a great opportunity for Hilton. However, it's going to be hard to do anything if you're not on practice, and he was not in practice on Friday. Andrew Luck, he's listed as questionable, but he's going to play. He went from being held out on Wednesday, got in some limited work Thursday, full practice Friday. I'm confident he's good to go. As I said, Moncrief is out. Make other plans. Robert Turbin, he did not practice at all this week from a non-injury, however. Not that the running game is very pretty down there whatsoever. Jacksonville, Prince Amukamara, he has been questionable. Did not practice all week. He was held out last week as well. Don't think he's going to go. Could be a potential shootout in Jacksonville or in the Jacksonville game. They've got some other safeties that are banged up. They've got some other cornerbacks that are banged up. Devin House did not practice Thursday. So, again, there's a secondary I'm looking to take advantage of. Ivory, with this mysterious illness, he got into full practice on Thursday and Friday as well. Allen Robinson did not practice Wednesday. In case you saw that on your Twitter and were concerned, he got into full practice both Thursday and Friday. That is Allen Robinson. Eric Berry, Kansas City safety. He full practice Thursday, Friday after sitting out on Wednesday. Elsewhere in the National Football League, L.A., poor Pharaoh Cooper, the young rook. He's doubtful. He got in limited practice all week, but a doubtful tag usually means you're not going to go. Of course, Arian Foster, he's out in Miami. Moving out, Devontae Parker. God, I just picked this guy up. Goodness gracious. I'm the Black Death when they get on my team. Devontae Parker, he was limited in practice all week. He's questionable with that never-ending hamstring. To me, if you're going to read the tea leaves with Gase, he had a great week last week. Week 1, held out with that injury. I'm sure they're just trying to keep him healthy while this kid learns how to take care of his body. They want to play him. Had over 100 yards last week. Looked great. I'm assuming they're holding him out just for give his body some extra rest and recuperation before he plays in Week 3. Mike Pouncey, he's been out all year, I believe. That's not helping their line. Of course, now is playing without Mr. Foster. Over to Minnesota, Stefan Diggs. This is a bit concerning. He did not practice on Friday. Keep your eyes on that one. Of course, you know about Adrian Peterson. Jerick McKinnon, the guy that I like, he got into full practice this week, but, they got Asiata, who's going to eat into McKinnon's time. I've heard 65% going to McKinnon, 35% going to Asiata. Plus, they're flirting with Hillman there. Not what fantasy owners want to see. Could be like a Hillman, man. He's just a curse. Did the same thing to C.J. Anderson last year. Not what owners want to see. Many times in fantasy, we think we know better than the coaching staff, and I think Asiata should take a backseat to McKinnon, but I think it's a situation that's going to madden owners of McKinnon, at least early. I'm hoping McKinnon can show his stuff. You don't want to see, if you're a McKinnon owner, Asiata do well. You want to see McKinnon get the touches. Of course, Asiata could be the goal line back, and, we chase touchdowns. So I'm really pulling for McKinnon. I like the kid. I think he's got some great talent. Kyle Rudolph, he was limited Wednesday. Got in a full practice Thursday, Friday. Right now, Rudolph, believe I'm correct with this, but he leads all tight ends in targets right now, or at least target share. Maybe it's target share. Regardless, he's a big part of that offense. And with Norv Turner taking over, they got Bradford there. I think they're going to pass more than we are accustomed to seeing from the Vikings. New England, of course, they just played, so why are we really messing with them? But we've gone on to New Orleans. Delvin Breaux, as you know, is out. Their cornerback, which, goodness gracious, they've got 3 rookies on that secondary. They got 2 guys that were not on the team at the start of the season. So that corner situation can be picked on. We all know they gave up 45 passing touchdowns last year. Not looking to improve. That's the kind of game you want to get in on, but of course that is a Monday nighter, just to take note of that. Wide receiver Willie Snead, my man, Willie Snead, questionable with the toe. Hoping it's not turf toe, that can linger. He did not practice Thursday nor Friday. Come on, Willie. New York Giants, Jennings, of course, is questionable. He was limited all week in practice. You got the Jets, Eric Decker. He got into full practice after sitting Wednesday, Thursday. Full practice Friday. Quincy Unwa, he's looking like he might step up because you've also got Brandon Marshall listed as questionable. That is going to be a game-time decision. He was out of practice Thursday. He got limited on Friday, but totally a game-time decision there. As we talked about on the light last night with Lytics, if indeed Marshall is out, Unwa could be a nice daily play or a streaming guy that you can pick up and flick into your lineup right now. Bryce Petty, he's out, but not that you're playing him. Maybe in deep 2 quarterback leagues. That's going to be something you want to be interested in. Trying to cover all the bases here for you Pyromaniacs. In Oakland, Tywan Jones, running back, of course, who was limited all week except Friday. He got in a full practice. That's about it for Oakland. Oakland's not sitting too bad. Of course, Zach Ertz in Philly. We talked about Trey Burton last night on the light. We know that Ertz is going to be out with his ribs. Hasn't practiced at all. Burton could be a really sneaky pickup for you. He's available in something like 99% of NFL fantasy leagues. Elsewhere around the league, am I forgetting anyone? Pittsburgh. If we move over to Pittsburgh, Marcus Wheaton is going to be the most notable guy there. He got in a full practice all week. D'Angelo Williams, after sitting on Wednesday, he got in a full practice Thursday. So you should be okay there. Moving over, San Diego, Joey Bosa, their top pick of the draft. He still is out with his hamstring. Listed as out. He did get in some limited work this week, but again, not going to see him in week 3. Poor San Diego. My man, Antonio Gates, another one on my team. Chasing history here this year. Hamstring, did not practice all week. Officially listed as doubtful. Goodness gracious, this team every week. Keenan Allen, Woodhead, also on my team, by the way. Now Gates. Boy, let's just get through a week without a major San Diego injury, can we? Seattle, Cliff Averill, defensive end. He was limited Wednesday. He got full practice Thursday, Friday. Same thing with Baldwin, probably just holding them out for precautionary reasons, limited on Wednesday, full practice the rest of the week. Jimmy Graham, same deal, limited Wednesday, full on the rest of the week. Tyler Lockett, officially listed as questionable, but he got 2 days of full practice. That is good. The one I'm a bit more, people are a bit more concerned about are certainly Thomas Rawls, doubtful. He has not practiced all week. CJ Prosise, another pass catcher, another running back. He's the pass catching back from Notre Dame. CJ Procise listed as questionable, though he did get into full practice. Russell Wilson, he got into full practice all this week. That brings us over to San Francisco. Ding, ding. Anybody to talk about over in San Fran? Glenn Dorsey, defensive end, he got into full practice all week. No one else of note to bring up there. Tampa Bay, as you know, Doug Martin is out, which means my boy Sims, he gets a chance to shine. Of course, he's on my team. I'm starting that dude. Cecil Shorts, he's with Tampa now. He is out, did not practice all week. As you know, with Tampa, tight end position is a little sketchy. Luke Stocker, he's out, which means they're going to have Brait as the number one, and I think Meyer would be the backup there because ASJ, he's had the problems with alcohol in college. He got the problem Friday night. He got popped for a DUI Saturday morning. He was given his walking papers. Sorry, Stags. I know you got posters of him all over your room. Tennessee, take me back to Tennessee, where Delaney Walker is listed as questionable, and he did not practice. Kendall Wright, he's too is questionable. He got in a limited practice on Friday, but that Delaney is certainly cause for concern that he didn't practice at all this week. That is never a good sign. Washington Redskins, we've got Josh Doxson listed as questionable with an Achilles. He was limited all week, but he's one to watch. Deshaun Jackson, he's trending absolutely the right way. Didn't practice Wednesday. He got in a little bit Thursday. Deshaun Jackson, full practice Friday. That's what you want to see. Matt Jones, the running back, he was a full participant in practice all this week. And that brings me to the end, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the practice reports from week 3. We are heading into the weekend. This is Saturday, the 24th. We're heading into the week of week 3. I am excited. Hopefully I can piece together a team to limp out onto the field and to give me another W. We've always got DFS. All kinds of great stuff happening at Pyromaniac.com. So give us a gander on the intranet, Pyromaniac.com. You can follow the regular crew at Pyromaniac on Twitter, Pyroman, the number 1 AC. I was with Lytics last night. You can follow him on Twitter, Pyrolytics. And then, of course, I am Pyromaniac Mo. All letters Pyromaniacmo. And ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, I will catch you on a Mo Quick Hit video. Take care, guys.